Hi, thank you for coming to my speech and taking time out of your day. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about gender roles, which are roles that are based on the sex of the person. So we're going to talk a little bit about what the difference is between sex and gender. They're very different, even though they sound very similar, and a lot of times they're used interchangeably in conversation. We're going to talk about at what age gender is developed and what age sex is noticed by the child. We're going to talk about negative effects that gender roles can have on children. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about ways that you can help your child express themselves freely without feeling like they're being confined to a gender role if they're not 100% comfortable with it. So, first off, the difference between gender and sex is pretty simple. Gender is stated to be either the male or female division of species, especially as differentiated by social and cultural roles and behavior. And that's from dictionary.com. Sex, on the other hand, is almost exactly the same except a few words. It says either the male or female division of species, especially as differentiated with reference to the reproductive functions. So gender is social and sex is physical. So around age 5 is when children start to develop a sense of gender. They notice sex by age 2 by just observing family and friends and other societal things like TV shows and such. So gender is also learned by parents and peers. The child will notice, that mom maybe does the cooking or mom likes to wear dresses, whereas dad might be more rough and gruff, and they'll start to kind of develop, well, boys do this and girls do that. So some children will express interest in non-gender roles, such as my son who likes to go to ballet. He also occasionally likes to wear dresses, but he just likes the color. So forcing a gender on a child can limit your child. So let's just say your daughter is really into cars. She loves cars, but you kind of tell her, no, cars are for boys, play with this Barbie. She could have had a successful career as someone who fixes cars or drives cars or just something with vehicles, but because she was suppressed as a child, she might not grow into those desires. But shaming activities can also be harmful to self-esteem. And I know everybody wants their child to feel good about themselves, but when you tell them, no, it's not okay for you to like this because of your sex, then you can start to make them doubt themselves. And this is for any child. So, let's see, there are some things you can do that'll make your child feel more comfortable with their gender identity. You can let your child choose their activities, whether it fits into what you believe they should like or not. Your child might, like my son, like ballet. And while it might not be something you were necessarily comfortable with your son liking, you should support them and let them know it's okay for them to like what they like. Another thing you can do is to have both male and female toys available. Once again, my son has a toy kitchen, which would be more of a female toy, and he also has things like cars and superheroes. You can also have your child watch shows that have non-traditional gender roles. This might not seem as big of a deal nowadays, but it is still pretty common when you watch TV that the mom will be the stay-at-home mom while the dad goes off and works. You can watch shows where the males are nurses or teachers, and shows where females are in powerful positions such as CEO or police. One thing I really want to talk about really quick is the importance of supporting your child if they express that their sex and their gender do not match. Well, this is something a lot of people don't completely understand. Even if you don't understand it, it's important to be there for your child as a safe place. Because 41% of transgender people attempt suicide in their life. And this is from an article on Vocative written by Malone. But it is significantly reduced when there is a safe place for them to go. So to recap, sex and gender are not the same. They're very different, and sometimes someone with one sex might express their gender differently. A child will start to develop a sense of gender by age 5 and should be supported as they develop their gender. And forcing your gender can reduce opportunity and cause self-esteem issues in children. So you should always be supportive of what they want. What I propose is that everyone allow their child to express themselves as they see fit. There are several simple things you can do as discussed above. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something today.